We are live on YouTube. We should be live on YouTube. Sorry for the late start, everybody. Just want to make sure that my pockets are zipped up so nothing falls out of my pockets. I'm carrying a battery in my pocket for external power. These streams go pretty long and I don't want my battery to die on the iPhone. And my keys and my wallet and all that kind of stuff, right? How's everybody doing today? It's a beautiful, gorgeous day here in Redwood City, California. The sun is shining. It's like around 80 degrees. I feel amazing today. Amazing. It's Saturday. The weekend is here. And I was going to go hiking today, but that didn't happen. So that's all good. It is what it is. Let's see. Good evening, Eli, says Lewis. I just gave you a like and I will share your stream out. Thank you, Lewis. How are you doing today, man? What's going on, brother? How are things going for you in Texas? You and your sister and your mother. Your mother's still doing well, recovering from, having the COVID. Is she doing all right? I'm going to try to cross now. It's going to be busier than usual. Obviously, it's a weekend. And it's later on in the day. So people are going to be coming out, taking their walks. So we're going to be dealing with that today. Not as much water out today. You can see part of the wetlands, the levee, whatever they call it, is not as wet. Yeah. Got a interesting show for you folks today, and we'll get to that in just a little bit, but we're going to wait for some more people to get the notification and show up. Breathing in the fresh air, letting those endorphins kick in. Oh yeah. I'm just going to there are some people exiting the trail on bikes. I'm going to wait for them to exit the trail before I go on in so I don't interrupt them. I'm just going to go and walk the other way. This way. These walks are such a great stress reliever, and there's been a lot going on lately, and I've been doing a bunch of things to get things moving forward for my YouTube channel and my business, and it takes a lot of time and effort. A lot of time and effort. And, sometimes when things don't go according to plan, or they don't reach the level that you were hoping to reach, you just got to suck it up, let it go, and restructure. Rethink things. Think about why is it not moving forward, and what can you do to move it forward? Folks, If things don't pan out your way, if things don't go your way, you shouldn't necessarily just give up and quit what you're doing. But you need to sit back and think about how you can make it better. And again, that's what I'm here to do today. And I want to share that with you folks, my audience. Let me see. Well, thank you for being here to mod the chat, Lewis. I know Queen takes the weekends off from modding any of the channels she mods on YouTube. So she's more than likely not going to be here. So let's just get right to it, folks, because I'm gonna probably do both sides of the trail today. I've been walking about 4 miles per day, and I feel like doing that again today. And I've been really focused on getting myself back into the best possible shape. Let's get right to it. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition, live from the San Francisco Bay Trail here in beautiful Redwood City, California, Northern California, San Francisco Bay Area, yada, yada, yada. This is episode number 155. And today, somebody walking by, let me just wait for them to pass on by. Give me a second here. There we go. And today, I'm going to be discussing, I've got this, here we go. The headset wire was tapping onto the metal and making that metal noise, and the microphone will pick it up, and it just gets annoying. So I just shifted it around into a better spot. And today we're going to be discussing major rebrand. Major rebranding is coming to my channel here on YouTube and my overall business. Our major rebrand is coming soon to my YouTube channel and my overall business. And I'm going to talk about it here today and make you folks aware of what's going on. Some of you that saw my stream yesterday were expecting me to put out a pre-recorded video last night. I ended up going home. I ate some dinner, and I just really wasn't up to recording the video. I wasn't up to it for many reasons, I didn't want to, take a few hours to set up my equipment. Between setting up my equipment, recording the video, uploading it, and all that stuff, I didn't want to, waste a few hours to put out a video that's only going to get 55 to 75 views. So I held off on that. And that really got me thinking. It really got me thinking to do this rebrand. I've been running this channel on YouTube for almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years in December. And before that, I ran a channel for a couple years that stems back to the days of a woman I used to date that used to do videos with me on that channel. A few weeks after her and I split up, this was over 3 years ago, I shut down that channel. Then 3 months later, I started this one. So I've been doing this for almost 5 years, right around 5 years now, folks. And for one of many reasons, my YouTube channel and my business is nowhere near where I expected it to be or where it should have been. And there are many reasons for that. I'm going to get into some of them today, and others, we don't need to get into it. But the bottom line is, when you give your heart and soul to something and you know you have something good that truly helps people, and there are many people behind the scenes and people that do watch my content, the people that do watch it, that I have helped, I've uplifted them, I've brought new life into their life, I've shifted their mindset from a crappy, shitty, negative mindset to a positive mindset. I've helped a good bunch of people. A lot of these people I've helped for free. Some of them have been paid clients. But the truth of the matter is that, the way things have been going, I cannot sustain this business if my views continue to go down and I don't get any traction out here on YouTube to bring in more leads and bring in new people. It's just not feasible, right? Now, I'm not quitting YouTube. I'm not shutting down this channel. Let me just answer questions that people are probably thinking that are watching this. Again, I'm not quitting YouTube. I'm not shutting down this channel. And for the most part, a lot of this rebrand is going to be right around the same genre that I've been doing as a life coach, Coach Eli. But what I've been doing, like I said, has not been working for many reasons. It has worked for many other coaches doing a similar thing, and I honestly feel that, I'm not saying I'm all that, I honestly feel that I provide more content and more value than most other coaches do out here on YouTube. And while these coaches may have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, I only have 4.4K. And I've been stuck there for the last 6 months, 6 to 8 months, maybe even almost a year. The needle really hasn't moved. Yeah, I've lost subscribers and gained some, but there hasn't been really much of any new growth. And a lot of it has to do with, the way I'm branding my channel. Let me explain that. So, I used to be, when I first started this business many years ago on my former channel used to be called Coach Eli - Uncompromising Business and Personal Relationship Coaching. And I titled it that because what I teach is uncompromising. It's the truth. It's nothing but the honest truth. And if you, listen to my videos and my live streams, and you take my advice, which is completely up to you, you will eventually get results. Because I always just say it as it is. I'm a very honest, open, genuine, and upfront type of person. I'm brutally honest all the time. So brutally honest that sometimes people are hurt by what I say, but not in a bad way. They're hurt because the truth hurts. But how are you going to solve the issues to get better and move further ahead in life if someone doesn't share the truth with you, which is going to hurt, right? YouTube is a little bit slow. Just got a notification that you're live. Okay, well, maybe that happened in your area, Lewis. It's not a big deal, Lewis. The people that are here live, and then the people that don't make the live, they can catch the replay if they'd like. But thanks for making me aware, my friend. So yeah, I've always been brutally honest. That's why I named my former channel, as I said a second ago, Coach Eli, Uncompromising Business and Personal Relationship Coaching. When I shut down my channel, my former channel, and I had gone through a lot on that channel, as a quick refresher for those that are new and for those that have been around for a while. Well, it's new to those of you that are new, but quick refresher to those that have been around for a while. I was also monetized on my former channel. And on my former channel, back in those days, you only needed to get 10,000 views to qualify and apply for monetization to be a part of the YouTube Partner Program. I got 10,000 views pretty quickly. I think it was within a month or two or so, something like that. And I got monetized, but about 9 or 10 months into running that channel, YouTube changed their rules to the rules they have today. This was a little over 3 years ago. And you now need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 minimum public watch hours in the previous 12 months to qualify for monetization. At the time YouTube changed their rules, I had plenty of watch time because I was running live streams and putting out a lot of content. I was getting way more views than I am getting now. I had about 30,000 hours of watch time in the previous 12 months. And but I only had 600 subscribers, and I had 30 days to get to 1,000 subscribers, or YouTube was going to remove me from the YouTube Partner Program and wouldn't allow me back in until I get to 1,000 subscribers. And at that point, they were going to re-review my channel under stricter terms. Because that was back in the days where the advertisers were complaining that their content was being put on content that they didn't want it. And a lot of their consumers were complaining that certain videos were being sponsored. And so YouTube had to make some changes and make things a little bit stricter. Well, I got to 1,000 subscribers on the very last day. And I had Super Chat enabled. I had all that stuff, right? Because you needed 1,000 subscribers to get Super Chat back then. Now, Super Chat, you get it automatically when you become a part of the YouTube Partner Program, because you need 1,000 subscribers just to qualify for the overall program. Back in those days, you needed 10,000 views, but Super Chat was not activated until you hit 1,000 subscribers. So I qualified, I had Super Chat, I had everything, and 2 hours later, YouTube swept the system and removed me from the YouTube Partner Program and put me under immediate review, re-review on my former channel. And that was an endless review for the next 6-7 months. It was just a really crazy time to be a YouTuber at that point. At the time I shut down my channel, 2 weeks after my ex split up with me a little over 3 years ago, I was still under re-review to get reaccepted back into the same YouTube Partner Program that I've been a part of on this channel for almost 2 years now. I share this, folks, because just trying to get my message out on this platform, which is one of the best platforms to get your message out because it involves video. It's the best video platform. Has been nothing but a big grind. It's been one of the most challenging and difficult things to do, because not only do you need to make consistent content, come up with great topics, you have to create a nice thumbnail so people can click on it, you have to come up with a searchable title, create a description section, and then you have to record the video and have the right lighting, the right microphones. And then I used to do a lot of video editing for my pre-recorded videos. Then you have to take the time to edit the video, render the video, upload the video. And back in those days, it was before I had fiber internet, so I had a slow internet connection, and it would literally take me 12 hours to upload a video, where today a video that would take me 12 hours to upload back then would literally take me about 15 to 20 seconds on my fiber line. I go this far back because I want you folks to know the amount of effort I've put into this, and why, again, I'm making some changes, even though I just made some changes about 5 months ago. I'll get to that. Lewis says you're welcome. Thank you, Lewis. Lewis, you are modding the chat, right? If you can stick around, Lewis, I'd appreciate it, man, because I don't think we're going to need to really mod a lot of people because I have a lot of high security here. You know that, but you never know. But thank you. Yes, he says. I really appreciate you, Lewis. I'm really so glad that you gave me the opportunity to get to know you when the trolls back in those days almost scared you away like they scared a lot of other people away. It's another thing I've had to deal with on this platform. And I'm not going to really get too much into that because it's, it's not that big of a deal. And you don't want to give them much of any notoriety. But I do appreciate you, Lewis, for the fact that you gave me the opportunity to talk with you privately behind the scenes, you and your sister. And we got to know each other. And you've ended up becoming one of the most amazing people I've met on the YouTube platform, and I thank you for that, bro. I greatly appreciate it. I really do. I'm one person, folks, that appreciates everyone. And I take the time out of my busy days, no matter how busy I am, to always pay respect and give my appreciation to those that I feel deserve it. You're welcome. It is my pleasure, says Lewis. Thank you again, brother. So yeah, I shut down my former channel. I was going through a breakup. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Still running my business. And I shut down my former channel because my ex, created a lot of the videos on that channel with me, and I just didn't feel it was right to leave that content up publicly available. When you go through a breakup, folks, you've got to put that chapter behind you. And part of doing that, unfortunately, involved me shutting down that channel. Plus, there was a lot of bad blood on that channel. I dealt with a lot of trolls and haters, and there was a lot of I wouldn't say it was content that was violating the guidelines, but there was a lot of just really hateful, inappropriate content that I guess borderline could have, rid the line of violating YouTube's community guidelines, but I never meant to do so. I had a lot of heated panels on my former channel that I would never ever risk putting on this channel today. And regardless, I just don't want to deal with those types of people or put up that type of content, even if it's safe to put it out there. I want to keep it all positive. But yeah, you need to let the past go to move forward. And part of letting the past go was shutting down that channel. So I shut down that channel, took the next 3 months, and instead of coming back to YouTube, I was never going to come back to YouTube because of the trolls and the haters and what happened with my last channel being an endless re-review to get back into the YouTube partner program. 6.5 months after I re-qualified for the YouTube partner program that I was already a part of on my former channel, and I should have never been removed because I qualified on the last day, they had me an endless re-review for 6.5 months. That's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. So it was just time to move forward. I then went over to Facebook and started, creating content over there on my Facebook timeline. And I wasn't really creating that content to make money off of it or anything. I was just engaging my audience over there, which is my professional business audience, high school friends, family, pretty much everyone that I've met in my real life in person, well over 4,000 people. But after about 3 months, I started to really miss YouTube. And I decided to come back to YouTube, but I was only going to record pre-recorded videos and not do live streams. So I came back to YouTube, did some pre-recorded videos, and then all the people that were trolling and hating on me back from my former channel immediately saw me come back, and they started trolling and doing the same shit again. I'm like, oh man. I just kept doing my thing, pre-recorded videos, until I reconnected with some people I was collaborating with on my former channel, and then I started doing some live streams. Started doing live streams, met some new people, and the live streams were doing quite well. I was getting some donations. I was building up my watch time, and I said, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna get this channel monetized. I'm gonna build up to 1,000 subscribers. I got 4,000 watch hours my first month because I just put out a lot of engaging content, and especially when I do live streams, at least the live streams I did back then, where I had a bigger audience, I would get a lot of watch time. And so, I got the channel monetized a little less than a year after I started it. And I figured once I got monetized, there were a lot of people back then that were like, yeah, hey, you get monetized, we're going to send you super chats, and we're going to really support you, man. We just don't do it through PayPal or any other payment processing, system because we want to be anonymous. Okay, no problem. I got monetized, none of that changed. Never count on anything, folks. Never believe anything you hear from some unknown people on the internet that claim to be real but just don't use their real name or show their face. But they do come on live stream panels with their real voice, right? When I get the Wi-Fi repeater, I want to do an unboxing on my YouTube channel. Go for it, Lewis. Absolutely, brother. You should do that. Amen, dude. So, I cannot even remember what I named my channel initially. It was a variation of the Coach Eli name. I think I named it Coach Eli. I think I named it it was named just Coach Eli, if I remember correctly. And then I kept on getting trolled, and a lot of people out here on this platform, they were rebroadcasting my live streams to their audience, because the people that were rebroadcasting my live streams back in those days, the audience that they built it used to be my audience. These people found some sneaky ways and used some very manipulative tactics that I've learned and identified and learned how to, prevent that from happening in the future. They, basically, these people took my audience onto their channel, and when I would go live, they would rebroadcast my live streams on their channel while they were live to an audience that used to be mine. And they would get entertained by these people talking smack about my content, and they would donate to these creators, and these people were making more money violating my copyright and using my content than I was making. And what would I do? I'd file copyright strikes, legitimate copyright strikes, and what would these people do? They would file what's called a counter notification, claiming that it's fair use when it's not. When you rebroadcast someone's entire stream, it's not fair use. You're stealing their entire, content. Fair use allows you to use small excerpts to do commentary for news reporting, and to share your opinion. It allows you to use small clips. The smaller the better. It doesn't allow you to rebroadcast an entire 2-hour stream to your audience and make commentary along the way. No. Because in that case, these people were basically taking my audience, which they literally did that, right? That's a beautiful plane. That's absolutely beautiful. Wow. All right. So, they filed a counter notification saying it was fair use. And then YouTube would approve it, and that would give me 10 business days to file a lawsuit in a federal court, which costs tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, on top of attorney's fees to fight it, right? And these people that were stealing content from people back in those days, they knew this loophole in the system. They knew that small creators like me weren't going to sue them, and if we take them down for copyright, all they would do is file a counter notification, say it's fair use, YouTube approves it, and in 10 to 14 days, YouTube reinstates the video. Because I didn't sue them in a federal copyright court that costs hundreds of thousands of dollars between court fees and attorney's fees. Now they have the small claims alternative court, which actually has been approved, and it's almost set. I'm hearing that by the end of 2021, beginning of 2022, it's going to be in action. So once that happens, now us small creators that have had our copyright violated and other people have made more money using our content than us, it's going to stop. That's what I was dealing with back in those days. And there were actually many creators that did that because these people found a way to leverage my audience, bring my audience to their channels, and basically made an entertainment show off of mocking my hard, real work to help people. Made it an entertainment attacking type of show to entertain their drama audience, which they stole from me. They stole these people from me by manipulating them. I'm only sharing this because I want you folks to know how much effort I put into this and why I'm rebranding. And I'm getting there. There's still plenty of time. I've got to come back and go to the other side. So there's lots to talk about. And if you folks don't want to hear the story, and some of you have heard the backstory already, not a big deal. For those of you that are new, you're getting a synopsis of what I've dealt with on YouTube to run my business and my YouTube channels for the last 5 years. And even though I'm consistent and bust my butt and create high quality content, video, audio, the actual content itself, the titles, the thumbnails, high quality. Why I do everything right and I'm consistent each and every day, almost each and every day, and why my needle's not moving, right? I'm sharing with you why. This is what you have to deal with out here, right? And this is why you have to make changes. This is why I'm making changes. You don't only have to deal with YouTube's algorithm, folks. You have to deal with other people on the shared platform. It is not easy being successful on YouTube. Why do I keep going? Maybe I like the challenge. Maybe I like the challenge. I've never, ever, ever not been up for a challenge. The harder it is, the more I want to keep trying to penetrate it. Surprise, I don't think there's anybody at the observation deck right now. And I'm sorry, folks, I've been coming to the same location because I've just had so much to do, and I've been thinking so much about the rebrand that I haven't been able to plan out going to different locations. Going to different locations take me a little bit longer to get there, and that's why, I've been keeping these Walking with Purpose streams local from the same location. The locations will change. But for now, I got to do what I got to do. So it got to the point of where I wanted to try to do whatever it would take to just get rid of all these trolls and haters and all these people, right? And I changed my channel name from, Coach Eli to A Grip on Life. Changed my channel name from Coach Eli to A Grip on Life. And my channel was named A Grip on Life for about a year or so. And it was doing okay. It was doing okay with the A Grip on Life label, and it described perfectly what I do. I help people get the best possible grips on their lives so that way they can accomplish whatever it is that their hearts desire at a business and personal level. But it got to the point of where I was thinking about rebranding again. And I was going to rebrand. This was about 5 months ago. I was going to rebrand right about this time or shortly before this time. But 5 months ago, I ended up pushing forward a rebranding because one of these trolls and haters, and sir, if you're watching, you don't need to tag me in a community post or make a response video because I don't pay any attention to you or anyone else. And I'm not even going to mention your name, so do what you got to do. But There's a dude that, started a channel called A Grip on Life LLC. And he was trying to do some life coaching as well. And he was trying to also get a registered trademark and get a business license for A Grip on Life LLC. And then he was going to try to get my channel shut down from YouTube. Well, the thing is, you can't register trademark such a name. You can't register A Grip on Life. It's a common phrase. But anyway, so yeah, that's what a lot of people have done. Like, a lot of people love my idea, and they tried to leverage my hard work. But regardless, I didn't let it get to me. I didn't even talk about it. I'm only sharing about it now because I want you folks to understand what you go through to penetrate through and be a successful YouTuber or business owner on YouTube or on social media, for that sake, right? So I rebranded myself to Coach Eli, Elias Melas, where I'm at right now. And that brings us to present day. Of course, in between that rebrand and before that time, these people were still coming at me. And a lot of these people still occasionally make content on me and troll me to this day, but it's not as bad as it used to be because I completely ignore it. I really don't care what they do, even if they do simulcast me. I pay zero attention to them. And if I have to use this group as an example every now and then, like I'm doing now, so I can share the history of what happened to you folks, like, I don't care, if they even talk about me sharing them as an example for history purposes. I just ignore it. I do my stream, I go home. And I pay no attention to any of the drama people. I only focus on the people that truly care about this content, right? So we're now at present day, and I will continue the story and where we're heading on the way back down. But I want to take a break here for a second and just show you folks. A lot of the birds are sitting in the median over there, between the two sides of the water. It is an absolute gorgeous day. Lots of people are flying their private planes today. They're probably just getting away for the day, trying to do something fun on their weekend. Hey, they don't use those private jets or private planes just for business purposes. Use them for pleasure too, right? There's another one coming. It's just interesting to see planes flying so low, because the airport, the private plane, small airport, San Carlos is right here. It's right next door to Redwood City. And from this trail, you can this is their flight path. You can just see these planes fly in. It's pretty cool. And you can hear them. It's really cool. There's another plane coming. A lot of these planes that have been flying into the San Carlos airport look like big jets. That looks like a pretty big plane there. No, that's a private plane. All right, let's continue. Let me just check out the chat real quick before I go down the ramp. All right. So that brings us to present day. About 5 months ago, I rebranded this channel to Coach Eli, Elias Melas. That's where I wanted to go with it. I wanted to kind of more so do it like a Coach Corey Wayne type of thing, right? And, I came to the point of where it's like, okay, that this is who I am. I'm a coach. Doesn't matter what's happened in the past. It doesn't matter how much negative publicity there is on me. That happens to everyone on the internet. Who cares? Ignore it and move on, right? And things were okay initially, but for the last 2 to 3 months, ever since I rebranded to Coach Eli, Elias Melas, my numbers have just been just plummeting, like at an all-time low. And there are lots of reasons for that, because initially, a lot of the people that were a part of my audience shifted over to the drama audience, the drama people that have been trolling me. And when I used to go back and forth with these drama groups, which I now realize was pointless, because it's all fake instigated drama. I mean, there was never any real conversation happening there, because the point was not to have any real conversation. The point was just to try to get people on their panels to try to trigger them for entertainment. When I realized that, I took off, but by that point, hey, it was too late. The damage had been done. A lot of my former audience had gone over to their side, but they were also watching my channel, right? So in essence, a lot of these views that I used to get were from people that I met initially that then went over to the drama side. And then I just realized that these people that I initially met probably were not the right audience in the first place, because if these people that I met initially were the right audience, they would have never gone to drama people. So in essence, the people that used to watch my channel, and some of them are watching right now. I mean, there's literally, there are 20 people here right now. I can guarantee you, like, at least 15 of those are drama people that either used to be a part of my channel, went over to the other side, and are either still with the other side, or they've left the other side and they're just kind of like, killing time right now, right? Or they're curious to hear what I'm going to talk about regarding my rebrand, right? What's really going on, right? You guys are curious, right? But see, you guys were never really the right audience, because if you were, you would have never been, manipulated to go to the drama shit show side, right? So that's why my views started to go down. The views that I'm getting now are more realistic views, because while some of these people still do watch my content at times, most of them don't. And so it's almost kind of like I'm starting over now. But at the same time, my name, Coach Eli, and all that stuff, right? The name Coach Eli has been so scrutinized through so many hateful videos on this platform by that drama side. That's part of the reason why, I'm going to be making a change here. I'll be sharing with you folks. And here's the thing. If I had targeted the right audience in the first place, which I had to learn how to do that on YouTube, because even though I've been on YouTube since the platform came out 17, 18 years ago, and I had other YouTube channels, I was never a real full-time creator until about 5 years ago. On my former channel, I used to run Coach Eli, Uncompromising Business and Personal Relationship Coaching. I just so happened to come across the wrong people, folks, and I came across a certain few people that I won't mention that were the wrong people that continue to do this stuff to this day, right? Had I not come across some of these people, I wouldn't be in this predicament today, and it just sucks, because, even if I shut this channel down, start a new channel, get it remonetized, they're just going to come and do the same thing, so it's not even worth it. So you got to deal with the cards that you're dealt. And that's what's pretty much going on here. So I haven't fully decided exactly what the rebrand is going to be. But I will make this announcement here right now that the Coach Eli brand is going bye-bye. How soon is it going bye-bye? It could be as soon as tomorrow or a week or a couple of weeks. In the past, typically when I announce a rebrand, I get it done within a few days. I think it's going to take a little bit longer this time because I've got a lot of other things I'm dealing with in my personal life now, and spending more time with my family, and I've got other things to do. So it's probably going to take me a little bit longer. So probably by, I'd say, the end of next week. Who knows? Maybe I'll get it done tomorrow morning or something. Who knows? The Coach Eli brand will be going bye-bye. And I wanted to throw it out here to you folks that are here live or watching on the replay, so you can comment or email me. I want to get your thoughts about what do you think is a good idea, because this is what I'm considering. I'm considering further niching down and primarily catering my content to men. Even though it kind of seems that way now, I basically, cater my content to both men and women. I may even change my channel name with a title that is more so catered to men. I don't really want to do that. I really do want to help both men and women. But here's the problem with the way social media and the world is nowadays. The further you niche down, the better chance you have of targeting an audience that's going to find your content and is going to watch it every day, because you're targeting a specific audience, right? You're targeting a bunch of guys that are challenged when it comes to the modern dating world, right? Or challenged on how to be a strong man, right? So that's one thing that I've considered. I have not decided exactly what the rebrand's going to be. What I have decided is that the Coach Eli brand is going bye-bye. Now, many of you may be asking, are you still going to consider yourself a coach? Deep within, I will, but I won't be referring to myself as Coach Eli. I'll just be referring to myself as Eli. I kind of went through this like over the last 6 to 8 months. I was, I think I even did a stream where I was getting rid of the Coach Eli tag. And then a couple days later, I decided to bring it back. That wasn't a game, folks. That wasn't clickbait or a ploy to try to get more views. I was really contemplating it, but I changed my mind at the last minute, shortly after I decided to make the change initially. This time, this is a permanent change, because here's the thing. I don't need to call myself coach. I don't need to have some fancy title to share information that people can learn important things from that they're struggling with. I just want to come out here and create my content and help as many people as possible. And if people resonate with it and they want to support the channel, they can donate via Super Chat, PayPal, Cash App, or they can become a channel member. And if they don't, that's fine. But I don't need a fancy title like Coach Eli to feel like I'm worthy of something. I know what I'm worth. Give me a second here. Sun is right in my eye. I'm having a hard time seeing the screen. Making changes are good, says Lewis Fuller. Well, thank you, Lewis. I appreciate that, bro. I really do. I want to make it very clear to people out there that are trying to thumb up my stream legitimately. If you try to thumb up a stream or a video more than one time from the same internet connection in the same household, known as the same IP address, internet protocol, YouTube will only count one. So don't waste your time trying to give me a couple extra thumbs up from the same household, because it's not going to stick. You're trying to pull a fast one on one of the smartest technology companies on the planet with the best engineers in the world. It ain't going to happen. Unless you have a VPN, that's a different story. But most people don't have a VPN, or they don't even use their VPN. They may use their VPN from the same IP address, but they're not going to keep changing VPN sites just to give someone an extra 10 thumbs up. It takes a lot of time, and it's just stupid. It's not even worth it. So yeah, folks, like I said, the Coach Eli brand is going bye-bye. And I'm just going to go by the name of Eli. I don't know if my full name is going to be a part of the channel's title, or Eli will be a part of the title. I don't know if I'm going to create a channel name, because I'll be changing the channel name. Last time I changed it was 5 months ago. You can change your channel name up to 3 times in a 90-day period. So I don't know what it's going to be, but it may be something that's more so catered to men. Like, there are channels out there that are run by a couple guys that don't call themselves coaches, but they share different dating stories and articles from the internet every day. Like Better Bachelor with the guy named Joker. He's got, I think, close to 400,000 subscribers now. Another guy in his early 40s runs a channel called Strong Successful Male, SSM, Strong Successful Male. He has 134 subscribers, and he does videos from his car and his smartphone, and reads reads dating articles and dating stories every day. Doesn't even show it on the screen. He just reads it from a piece of paper or another device in his lap. He has his camera on his dash and has 134,000 subscribers. I'm not saying it doesn't take time to prepare for those. He has to find the right ones to read, right? But once he has those, all he does is fires up his camera, probably his smartphone in his car, Android or iPhone, and just reads the story. He says, "Welcome back to Strong Successful Male. And for today," and he gets right into it. And I sit here and I create high quality content and take all this extra time to create fancy thumbnails and to give you better audio and video quality and all that stuff. And it's not working. So obviously I need to make a change. And I'm probably going to start doing my content more along the lines of what the Strong Successful Male channel is doing and the Better Bachelor channel is doing. It's probably going to be catered primarily to men. Now, does that mean women are not welcome on my channel? No, you ladies are. and your opinions are always welcome. But, Jesus Christ, I'm hearing some really loud bass. I mean, literally, that must be coming from Highway 101. I mean, Highway 101 is literally way over there, right? And I heard some do. Like I felt it vibrating on the trail here. And I heard it while the car was driving literally for like a quarter mile. That dude must be rocking like 418s in that son of a gun. Jesus Christ. Wow. I wonder how loud that is in his car. That guy's gonna blow his eardrums out. It felt like an earthquake. We are at 1 hour and 1 minute. I just love being out here. So yeah, that's the direction I'm probably going to end up going. And I'm going to be making this move very quickly because, you know, it's not cheap to do what I do. And, you know, I've got a lot of bills to pay regarding using my equipment. I use a lot of lighting, and my electricity bill goes up, right? When I charge the battery to give backup power to this phone while I'm on mobile. When I'm in the studio, the lights I use, right? And every other piece of equipment I use that uses electricity uses a lot of electricity. So there are expenses that happen when you run this type of business. And because I've had some changes in recent months, monetary changes and stuff like that, you know, I'm doing something that's going to bring in revenue in a different way. And folks, listen, it's not all about the money, but if you're doing something like I'm doing at the level I'm doing it, and it's one of your main income sources, you know, you got to make money doing it. And if people complain that you know, request donations every now and then, or you suggest donations, then you know what, those aren't the right people. If they're rude, you ban them and you move on, right? You got to do what you got to do. I may have to use the restroom here in a few. So these changes will be happening, like I said, within the next couple of weeks. It may be sooner. It may happen by tomorrow if I'm up to it and I don't have a whole lot going on tomorrow, which I'm not quite sure yet. It may happen by sometime this week, but definitely over the next 2 weeks, you're going to see changes. You'll see the thumbnails change. The name Coach Eli will be removed. Another thing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start using different pictures. I've been using my same professional picture for the last 4 or 5 years. I mean, I still pretty much look the same. But you know, I'm gonna change up my pictures. I'm gonna start doing some different things with the thumbnails in similar ways that these other creators do. Like it's funny, the Strong Successful Male channel and Better Bachelor, aka Joker, on his channel, they don't put their face in the thumbnails. They just put a picture depicting what the video is about. They'll put like a man and a woman arguing or something like that, right? And it catches people's attention to look at the title, and it's like, oh, okay. Man finds out that his wife cheated on him and the kids aren't biologically his, right? And then people click on it, right? The thumbnail catches the attention for them to look at the title, and then the title, boom, gets them to click on in, right? So there are some things I'm going to be playing around with regarding the thumbnails. I've got some different strategies. And then I'm going to try that out probably for the next 6 months. Come over here. All right. I wanted to move off to the side. There's 3 people coming. They were spread across the track, but then they moved over. But I still try to avoid people as much as possible, even though I know I'm vaccinated, and I'm sure they are too. But also, I want to be respectful because I've got a live camera here, I'm probably going to stop and use the restroom here in just a few, folks. So don't go anywhere if I go off the air for a second. Probably another 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes till I get to the beginning of the trail, and then I'm going to go to the other side, get a little bit more of a workout. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this stream, I was going to do a pre-recorded video last night that I had mentioned I was going to do on my stream from yesterday, and I ended up not doing it. And that's because I just, I'm going to hold off on that until I get this rebrand complete, because it's just not worth it for me to fire up my equipment and create a 30-minute video that's only going to get 50 to 75 views. And once I make the rebrand, that may even happen initially too, but at least with the rebrand, it's going to start to index my channel with a different name. And people now that come to my channel see Coach Eli, Elias Melas, and they probably just think that's just another coach, like Coach Corey Wayne. You hear one, you hear them all, right? So that's another reason why I'm changing my channel name, and I'm shit-canning the Coach Eli brand. I'm going to niche down further, and I'm just going to be more unique. I've always been the kind of guy that wants to help the world, and I really do. But when you try to help the entire world on YouTube, you get nowhere. You get lost in the sea, right? You got to niche down as much as possible. And again, sorry, ladies. I'll still answer questions from ladies, but my content's going to be like 99.9% catered towards men, more than likely. That's the route I'm going. But here's the thing, ladies. You ladies can learn from the content I share about men, because when I help men, I'm talking about what both men and women do. So quite honestly, ladies, it's really going to be no different than what I've been doing lately. It's just going to have a different branding. The branding is going to capture more men to start viewing this channel as a channel that really helps men, and not, is just a broad-based channel. And who knows, if it takes off niching down, I may rebrand again and start catering it back towards men and women, which, again, everything I do is pretty much catered towards men and women. It's just my branding is going to be more so catered to men, because that's what's searchable and that's what these guys want. A lot of guys don't want to watch a channel that caters content to men and women. They want to watch a channel that's catered to them regarding their issues with women. But the truth of the matter is, the best way to take care of your issues when it comes to women is to talk about women and involve women. But again, when these guys are new and they're searching for content just for men, and you don't cater it just for men, and instead you cater to the masses, including women, they're less likely to subscribe or even find your videos. And if they find your videos, they're less likely to watch another one or subscribe and come back. I've learned a lot about marketing and branding on YouTube, folks. And right now, I don't have time to waste. Right now, I'm just making some quick moves, and I'm going to get things on track, and we're going to take this somewhere. Lewis, we have like 19 or 20 people here, and you've been the only one chatting. Lewis, let me ask you a question. Are you still around, brother? Or did you have to step away? I may hold off on using the restroom. I don't have to go that bad. I don't know if Lewis is still around. Maybe his internet is acting up until he gets his Wi-Fi extender. It's interesting how there are 19 or 20 people here. 18 now, Lewis, and you're the only one chatting. You know what that means, right? And let's look to the rest of you that are watching out there. Okay. The majority of you are probably from the drama people, right? Obviously, you have some vested interest to find out what's going on with me, whether you love me or hate me or whatever, right? What is it that you folks are trying to accomplish on YouTube? What is your purpose out here? Are you out here for entertainment? Are you out here to learn? Are you out here to better yourself in some way, shape, or form? Are you trying to be a successful YouTuber? Like, what is your purpose of being out here? And how do I tie into that? How does watching me tie into that? Right? Because if your purpose is to, stir up the drama shit pot, and you come here just because other people talk smack about me, I'm not here to talk smack about anybody. I'm not talking smack about anything. I'm just sharing some changes coming here and hanging out with my audience. But you folks are here. Why are you here? Like, I don't get it. Like, I have way better things to do than watch YouTubers live streams that I don't give a shit about. Obviously, to a certain extent, you folks care. I'm just curious. Maybe one of you can comment if you're not banned. And if you don't comment, that means you're all banned here. Then I have to ask, why are you here? It's ironic to me. Now, maybe there are some new people here that aren't trolls. Who knows? I doubt that. But you never know. I've been promoting this to a lot of places. Lewis shared it out. I've been promoting this to many subreddits. So maybe people from the Reddit groups are here for the first time and they can't chat for 24 hours because I only allow people to chat here that have been subscribed to my channel for a minimum of 24 hours. Make sure if you subscribe and you truly want to be here, subscribe, bang the bell, and then also select all notifications, because if you don't, you will only get personalized or occasional notifications, and you may miss a live stream that you would have otherwise been a part of. You got to be careful when you subscribe to all these platforms, because yes, they're trying to help you control excessive notifications. From some people, you do want to get all notifications. So if I'm one of those that you want to know exactly every time I go live, or exactly I release a pre-recorded video or premiere video or whatever, or put out a short, whatever, right? You're going to have to subscribe, tap the bell, bang the bell, and then select all notifications, whether you're on your mobile device or your laptop or desktop. It's been one hell of a walk. I feel really good. I've been getting some really, really good exercise lately. Let's see if I can even lose a couple more inches of, well, not inches, couple more pounds of fat over the next week or two. Really, really start to tone up again. See, there's the observation deck on the other side. Better angle than I showed yesterday, where I was further down that way. Further down that way. Right now, we're kind of like directly across from it. Kind of like if we're this way, we're parallel to it, but we're directly across from it. It's just beautiful. And the sun. Another plane going to San Carlos Airport. That sun's right in my eyes, but thankfully the Ray-Bans are doing a good job. Man, if I didn't have sunglasses on, I'd be blind right now. You hear that, RJ Sandifer? By the way, RJ, I wasn't going to go public on this, but I will. I did get your email last week, and I do appreciate what you said. And again, you want to talk, we can talk. I never give up on people, RJ. I don't. And maybe this time you finally figured out, your purpose with some other groups out here on YouTube. Let's just put it that way. You finally realized that all you were being used for is your voice and drama, shit disturbing content. And that's okay. Some people want to create that. Like that's their job, that's their purpose, right? You have to choose, man. Do you want to be a part of creating drama content and making somebody else money? Or do you want to create your own greatness and make your own money? Maybe you finally realized that. Because like you told me in the email you sent me, RJ, and a lot of people have emailed me. A lot of people that used to be a part of the other side have emailed me. And they've told me, they're like, wow, you really aren't feeding into anything. Like you just have been ignoring everything. I have. I don't care. I don't have time for that stuff. But I do care about some of the people. I actually care about everyone, but I do care more about some of the people that I used to work very closely with, including you, RJ. So RJ, if you're still watching my stuff, which I'm sure you are, you always do, please reach out to me. Send me an email. You have my email. You know how to do it. I'd love to hear from you. And maybe we could try again, RJ, if this time you're not going to let these people take advantage of your Asperger's and your blindness and try to convince you otherwise. But see, if we start working again, RJ, they're just going to try to do the same thing. That's what they're going to do. And I know they're listening right now. It's rather comical, right? They're just waiting for the day that you and I reunite, do a live stream or two on your show, and then they come in the chat, let us on the stream, let us on the stream. And then they come on the stream and they start talking about drama, which you said you didn't want it, but then boom, you let them on, and the whole thing is a lather, rinse, repeat shit show, right? Maybe you've learned their game by now, RJ, and maybe if you have, maybe you and I can finally, after 3+ years of going back and forth down the same path with them about 20 times or 30 times, maybe we can start creating our greatness, RJ, because you and I can't create greatness. You've got a great radio voice. You're very talented for a blind man with Asperger's. Very talented. You're more talented than most people that don't have any disabilities, RJ. Honestly mean that, man. I'm very proud of you. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. And if we try to work things out, and then these people infiltrate us again, RJ, I'll just go back to doing what I'm doing. I won't even flinch, right? It's going to be up to you, RJ, if they try to infiltrate. If we try to work together again, RJ, and they try to infiltrate again, it's going to be up to you how you handle it. If you handle it right and just ignore them, and you and I keep moving forward together, I'll stick around. If you let them back in, peace out. I'll quietly leave again without a flinch, and that's that. Pretty simple. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Here's a great view of the PG&E electrical transmission lines. It's just beautiful. And I don't really like being under these lines because you just never know. One of those lines snaps and just taps you. C'est la vie, baby. You know what c'est la vie means, Louis? It means goodbye. C'est la vie, that's just the way it goes. That's right. Interesting. We've got 22 people here right now. Louis, where are these people coming from? Are there people that you've shared this out to that are watching? Or is it just a topic and drama people are curious what I'm going to say? I was like, this is not really that big of a deal. I'm not going anywhere. I'm getting rid of the Coach Eli brand. Big deal. Big whoop. That makes you all want to tune in. Now, again, if you're brand new here, I'm sorry. But I think the majority of these people that are here right now are drama people wondering, what do I mean by this title? It's like, I'm not even trying to, I don't even, quite honestly, if you folks are not here because you like my content and for the right reasons, I don't want you here. So I'm not trying to instigate the drama people to view, but it seems like you're viewing. Why? Why? Jesus, man. Look at how beautiful that sun is. Look at how beautiful it is. All right, we're going to go to the other side. Extend the walk a little bit more. Look at how beautiful that sun looks. As you walk in and you look at the Welcome to Bar Island sign, right? And you have the sun going down right above. What a gorgeous day. Couldn't ask for a better day. I see the bench right here. Shown this before. Just gonna come here for a second and sit down again. Show you folks my perspective. I have the phone right in front of my eyes. You're seeing exactly what I'd be seeing right now if I wasn't blocking my eyes. Now my eyes are right above the phone, but you're seeing exactly what I'm seeing. The plane coming. Whew. Man, that sun is right in my eyes. Are you gone, Lewis? Maybe you are. All right. Let's continue to the other side here. All right. You know, and like I said a few streams back, again, I haven't paid any attention to what's been going on the other side, the drama side of things. But there are people that, you know, are associated with me, that care about me and I care about them, that are curious and will occasionally tune in, and they keep me in the loop. And they're telling me that that drama audience is pretty much almost dissipated. So maybe a lot of you need a new home. And look, here's the thing. I'm not trying to tell you folks, I've always said this, I'll say it again, I'm not trying to tell you folks where to go or what to do, right? Or say you need a new home, but some of you maybe do. Some of you maybe want to come back here and participate, but you don't know how to do it. Or maybe you feel kind of weird that years later, or however long it's been since you were here, you went over there to drama, and now you're like, okay, you realize that, okay, you're just being used for fake instigated content. And now you want to come back here. Hey, that's totally fine by me. Come and go as you wish. It's a free country. It's a free platform. Do what you want to do. But if you truly, really want to come back here and participate, and you're on the right side of things, I'd be happy to unblock you. If you send me an email, either to Coach Eli at coacheli@eliasmelas.com or sanctuary at coacheli@eliasmelas.com. Now, that's another thing. As far as my emails go and my website, I'm probably going to keep the website subdomain and domain the same, and my emails the same. Too many people know them, right? And I don't want to change my email and do all this forwarding crap. In theory, even though I'm getting rid of the Coach Eli brand, I am still a coach. That's the bottom line. I'm still a coach, but I'm not going to actively come out and say I am a coach. It's just going to be a known thing. People will figure that out. People can figure out if you're a good coach or not by what you talk about and how you help people, right? So as far as my website and as far as my emails, none of that will probably change. I'm not going to guarantee it, but more than likely not. It's a pain in the ass to change that. I mean, it would probably take me a day to shift over the website to a different domain. I mean, I could switch it from coach.eliasmelas.com to eliasmelas.com, which right now, if you go to eliasmelas.com, I own that domain as well. Well, the coach dot is a subdomain of it. It just redirects you to the coach.eliasmelas.com. So, I mean, I could do that. The problem is many people have been emailing me for years at Coach Eli at coach.eliasmelas.com and sanctuary at coach.eliasmelas.com. So if you want to be able to chat here and you want me to unblock you because you're tired of the drama, and you know you used to be a part of this channel or used to be friends with myself and other people I'm associated with, and you want to come back and chat, you're going to have to write me a 1 to 2 paragraph email and explain to me what happened and why you want to come back. And if I don't feel you're coming off genuine, then you won't be welcome back. But if I feel you're being genuine, I'll be able to tell. I'll unblock you and welcome you back if that's what you want. If not, no worries. If you just want to pop on in here on a blocked account and Every now and then when I do one of these update streams regarding where my channel is headed, that's up to you. I'm just throwing it out there. All I'm doing is giving you folks options. That's it. That's all I'm doing. It's not a big deal. Still have 20 in the box right now. It's just okay. Well, I'm not even really concerned about it. It's just odd. Or maybe not. Maybe this is just the way it was meant to be. Who knows? Folks, get your questions, comments, concerns in the chat here if you're able to chat. Going to be going off the air in about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to spend a couple minutes at the observation deck on the other side. I'm going to go home, eat some dinner, and then I'm going to take an Epsom salt bath. Oh yeah, I was going to mention, I think I partially mentioned it. So I'm not going to be doing any in-studio pre-recorded videos or live streams until my rebrand is done. But you'll continue getting these daily walking streams. That's all you're going to get right now. You're going to get these daily mobile streams as a guarantee. I mean, hey, if I'm up to it and I feel like throwing in a pre-recorded video, let's say I feel like doing one tomorrow, I'll just do it. But again, more than likely you're not going to get anything besides these mobile streams until after the rebrand is done, however long it may take. No longer than a couple of weeks, but more than likely much sooner, as earlier as maybe even tomorrow or sometime this coming week. I'll have the rebrand complete. There's gonna be a new URL to the YouTube channel. Right now it's youtube.com/C/Life Coach Eli. There's gonna be a new URL, new title. I may even I'm probably going to have I'm going to have a new channel art and all that, because the current one says Coach Eli, and the Coach Eli brand is being shit canned. Wow, look at that patch there, how clear that patch is right there. Is that little ducky in there? Hey, ducky. I wish I could get down there. I mean, I can try to get a little closer. But there's a duck right in the water there. It's just kind of chilling on a Saturday afternoon, early evening, all by itself. It's probably a male saying, yeah, I'm not like the ladies. I don't need a lot of attention. I just want to chill right now. My wife's back there with the kids. I'm just kind of taking a nice Saturday stroll, kicking in those endorphins. Yeah, my wife, Mrs. Duck, she just won't stop whining and complaining. The kids are screaming. I just need some peace and quiet. You know, us dudes need some peace and quiet every now and then. That's a cute little duck there. I don't know if you folks can see it. Anyway, let's continue. On another note, I will say this. There's still 17 people here. The people that are still here, regardless of where you're from, I do truly appreciate you being here. You are giving the channel watch time, and you know, you gave the channel a view. I appreciate that. Although, you know, I'm already monetized, watch time doesn't matter. I'm just saying watch time does come into play for videos being recommended. So look, despite what's happened in the past with any of you, you know, if you're here and you're watching the show and you're giving the show a view, and watch time and maybe even a like if you're nice or even a dislike because that's still engagement. I do appreciate you. I really do. Let's go up the observation deck. It's my perspective as I see it when I walk up. That's what I tried to show you folks as much as possible. My perspective from my eyes. Way over there is a salt factory, a salt plant. They siphon out that salt from the bay and they process it right there. Have you heard of sea salt? That's where it comes from, at least in our area. Have you heard of saltwater taffy? That's where it comes from, at least in this area. Like I said, in San Francisco, I'm sure they have another plant over there, but there's one right here in Redwood City. It's one exit down. The way you access that salt plant is you got to go one exit south on 101 and get off at Woodside Road. It's Woodside Road if you go towards the west, but if you go east, it's called Seaport Boulevard. And Seaport Boulevard will take you even further out than Whipple Avenue takes you on the other side to come over here to Bar Island. Those of you locals that follow me know what I'm talking about. If you're not from this area, then don't worry about it. All right, we've been on for an hour and 37 minutes. I'm going to start heading on back down. The sun is so beautiful. Like if you look at it from this angle right here, I really wish YouTube would find a way to stream even at least at 1080 or even at 4K. It would have to be compressed because, I mean, you would need a lot of bandwidth to stream at 4K. But maybe they could do a compressed version of 4K and it would just look awesome. But I got to come out here during this time and actually record a pre-recorded walking video at some point in 4K at 60 frames per second and show you what I'm showing you now. This right now, 720p, 30 frames per second, which is what all YouTube mobile streams are done at. This is not really doing it any justice. I mean, the iPhone 12 Pro Max is doing as best as it can for the max resolution that YouTube lets you broadcast from mobile, but this is not even using an ounce of the power this phone has. But you get an idea. It's beautiful out here. All right, let's head on back, folks. Once again, please get your questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. We're going to be going off the air in about 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 10 to 12 minutes, depending on how long it takes me to get back to the other side. This side is much, much shorter. It's only like a quarter mile. The other side is like, woo, you're going way out there, which is cool. Because if this was the only part of the trail, you'd have to walk, up and down this thing like, Jesus, like 12 times to get the same benefit, going around one time on the other side, which is longer. And there's another bench right here. I'll give you this perspective. Like, let's just come over here and sit here a second. So this is my perspective if I look straight out. As I turn my eyes, could just sit here for another hour. Temperature is absolutely perfect. It feels like about 69, 70 degrees where I'm sitting. It's not cool, it's not hot, it's a slight breeze. It's just incredible. Again, thank you to all of you. Thank you to all of you for being here. Despite anything in the past, you know, I've truly moved past everything, folks. And if you folks have too, who knows? Maybe we can, some of us can start collaborating again or supporting each other again. I've always been the kind of person that I give people chances. Yes, there's a point in time where enough is enough. In some cases, I'll make some rare exceptions, just like in the case of blind YouTuber RJ Sandifer. I honestly firmly believe that every time he's gone over to the drama side when we've tried to work together on some things, it's because those people took advantage of his disability, his Asperger's, and he's a blind YouTuber, so he can't see, but he also has Asperger's. And, you know, a lot of these people, they're very manipulative and conniving, and, you know, they take advantage of the disabled man, and then what do? They flip it and say, okay, I'm the one taking advantage of him. Right, how am I taking advantage of him? I'm trying to protect him from the stupid things you folks are doing, right? So that's why in the case of RJ Sandifer, I'm always willing to give that guy a chance, because I can't hold something against the guy that's out of his control. He has Asperger's. And if people out here on this platform want to be mean and manipulate him and take advantage of his disability to, you know, get him to go back over to their side whenever him and I try to do stuff together, it is what it is, right? But I'll never give up on good people. I know RJ's a good person. I know deep down inside you are a good person, RJ. Despite if we ever cross paths again or not, it's not a big deal, man. Either way, but it'd be nice. It'd be nice, man, if we could finally move forward on some of the things we really wanted to accomplish together. I've always enjoyed working with that guy. Half the time I forget he's blind because he's just so good at what he does. He has such a great radio voice, which is perfect for live streams. Perfect. And him and I have great banter. All right. I'm getting a little bit tired. I've done a little over 4 miles right now. And I really need to start carrying some water. I mean, I'm not super thirsty, but I think part of the reason why I'm a little tired is because I'm starting to get dehydrated, but not to the point of where it's dangerous. I placed an Amazon order last week and I forgot to order one of those bags. I got to order one of those bags to carry water in while I'm on these walks. I typically do when I'm not broadcasting. When I'm broadcasting, I just don't want to carry a backpack on my back. I'm already holding enough in my hand. I don't want any more weight on my back. But I want to get a little fanny pack or something. I can hold 1 or 2 water bottles attached to my waist. So a few people coming up on the trail now. Sun's coming down further. All right, folks, I'm almost at the bridge to walk on out of here. Any last minute questions, comments, or concerns, get them in the chat. If not, feel free to email me, Coach Eli at coacheli.com. If you're somebody from the past and you want to get unblocked because you truly want to come over here for the right reasons this time, you're truly tired of drama and all that crap, okay, let's say you're blocked over there, you can email me on my alternate email, sanctuary at coacheli.com. It's also below in the description, sanctuary, SANCTUARY at coach.eliasmelas.com. This is a really nice perspective here of the palm trees. It's probably as close as I'm going to be able to get a wide angle shot, because being over there with the fence, you'd be too close. This is a nice angle over here. From here, you can just really get a good wide angle view of these beautiful, they call them apartment homes. They no longer call apartments here in the Bay Area apartments. They call them apartment homes because they pretty much cost you as much or more than a mortgage would cost you anywhere else outside of the Bay Area, maybe anywhere else outside of the Bay Area in New York City or the New York area. New York City and that whole New York area there, it's pretty expensive too. It's like Bay Area Junior. FedEx truck. It's just interesting now. FedEx, UPS, all these companies, they work 7 days a week. They used to not do that. They deliver 7 days a week now. Why? All because of one company that changed shipping forever, Amazon. Amazon changed the shipping industry forever. The majority of shipments in this world come from Amazon. They practically give FedEx, UPS, and now a lot of times, you know, if it's from a local warehouse, Amazon uses their own electric vehicles. They have these new like electric Amazon vans. It's amazing. Look at how just glossy that looks. It looks like crystal clear. It's very calm. It's amazing. And if we flip over here, look at the sun as you come in. Just absolutely amazing. Yeah. I love nature. I love beautiful scenery. It's just so nice to break the monotony. And as always, on the way out, thank you for visiting Bar Island, the power of intention. Community-based conservation efforts continue today. Each year, volunteers donate almost 30,000 hours out here. You can even volunteer. I may just even do that at some point and make some videos out of it. That might be a good idea. I can volunteer some work out here. Came up this way because some people were coming out as we were heading in. We're going to exit the other way. Yeah, San Francisco Bay Trail. Still want one of these signs. All right, folks, we're about to go off the air in about 2 to 3 minutes. Any questions, comments, concerns? Let me know. We are at 1 hour and 50 minutes. It's a great pleasure to spend the afternoon / early evening with you folks if you're here in the US. I'll be back tomorrow for a walking stream. And until I do the rebrand over the next couple of weeks, I'm not going to promise any other content. Any other content you get from me between now and the rebrand is just going to be a bonus. But you'll get a walking stream, if not every day, almost every day. I should be around to do one again tomorrow. I don't have any plans as of right now. I keep thinking about a song, a country song. I believe it was written by a guy named, it was sung by, I think written by as well, by a guy named John Michael Montgomery. Life's a dance, you learn as you go. Sometimes you lead, sometimes you follow. Don't worry about what you don't know. Life's a dance, you learn as you go. And I'll tell you folks to wrap up this video. You know, when I first came out here on YouTube, I'm 47 now, I was 42. I had a lot of life experience, but I had zero experience being a full-time creator on YouTube. Even though I had uploaded some other videos in the past, I was never a YouTuber. I had zero experience in being a YouTuber. 5 years later, despite going through the ringer, I'm a damn expert at it right now. Don't worry about what you don't know. Life's a dance. You learn as you go. With that being said, folks, I want to thank you all for taking the time to be here, regardless of who you are. I love all of you. Have a great night. Take care. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.